Funny or anything, but I actually have questions about this. Just as a person who's been buying my own shit, like you guys were with me when I bought my bed. Like my bed cost $1,000. I'm sorry, I'm not burning $1,000 bed. So I just saw a video of some girl talking about she's like burning a bed. I don't understand. Okay, girl, maybe you're like rolling in the ducats, but like I'm not. I mean, I literally bought like a pillow topper for that motherfucker. Like I'm not burning $1,000 bed. So I'm not sure where they do that at. Like, what shit? Houseway, like, I missed that part. I missed that part of the memo. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. Maybe there's some part of like the like PSA-ness of like shittiness that is not how do we say this? Is not getting out to the public, right? As in like, how can we say this? Like, how do people who have more get away with continuing to have more, and not just more, but almost like everything? Well, that's what I mean when I talk about privilege. Like when you start with more, you just understand what people with less will do to get more. You see them do it. They start selling shit, lying, stealing, killing, doing all these things. And it's like, damn, you could have just worked for it. Like, okay, here's a really good example. Go watch Anna Akana and Issa Rae are perfect examples of this. Now, like I've said before, y'all just do not understand how hard and how diligent Issa Rae worked. Now, I know because I've also worked that hard, but instead of turning to like killing and sabotage and revenge, I would rather make it better for the next generation. This is why I just look for the like Halle haters and then I shut them down. I have now become like a stan account. Anybody who has anything bad to say about Chloe or Halle, I'm the evil person who's writing the comments, creating bots and all that shit. It's me. Because nobody will fuck with their confidence, ever. If anybody has anything bad, if you have a negative tweet, post, comment, expect hate mail from me. It's me. That's why I put my name in every post. I've got Instagram accounts, so you take your chances, honey. If you want to come over here destroying black women's things, you can try it. Get burned like the rest, okay? That's why they had to create the beehive, because Beyonce fans turned to killers. I'm not that bad, but also, yeah, if I were you, I would highly encourage you to go watch that little movie about Swarm, because that shit was actually based on real life. Beyonce fans are killers. That's why the tickets are so expensive. They will murder you if you say something bad about her. So if I were you and I had bad words for Beyonce, I would keep those to myself, or may you rest in peace in the grave. For real. But okay. Anyway, so no. Let's go back for a second. So, I had a point and then I lost the point. Issa Rae and Anna Akana. Like I said before, first of all, do you know how smart you have to be to get into Stanford? Like, way smart. So if you're watching this channel, you're probably a retard because you could be just making your own content, but you're not. You're watching mine. So clearly you're not smart enough to do the opposite. Now, okay, so Issa took all her smarts and then she went to Stanford. And then I think she studied like economics or something. So then she's like that smart. So she could have just gone out and been on Wall Street like Taylor or whatever, the other girl. We've already talked about her. I mean, she's making bank. She makes at least like $300,000 as a like Wall Street investor. But she also, I think she went to like Walden with Cara. Like they all do that shit. They're just fucking smart and rich, and they're never gonna give up anything. So you're not. That's the other thing I want to make very clear that some of y'all don't understand. If you're trying to copy what Issa Rae did and then like be her, like you. Or even Beyonce or Taylor Swift, like these people started already with so much. So then like while she was on the campus, she also created an entire show out of nothing. Like she wrote the script, she developed the script, she hired actors, she filmed, she edited, posted on YouTube where no one was watching for 5 years. Nobody even gave a shit. Until a very small group of us on the other campuses, like the UCs, we saw it and we were like, oh my God, we finally have like a black girl who's saying anything. And we all fucking supported. We supported and pushed that shit forward when none of you guys paid attention, when none of you guys gave a shit. It was us who were on fucking YouTube making that shit go forward. And now that it's on HBO, now you guys want to care? Fuck you. You were not. What did Drake say? Were you there with me shooting in the gym? No! What did Anna O'Connor say? Okay, so Anna O'Connor, another story. She's already in LA, already an actress. But she literally wanted to turn into music. And so she literally started making YouTube videos. This bitch she followed Natalie Tran, right? And just started making those content videos. She's been making this shit for fucking like 12 years. 12 years. If you do something for 12 years, then you'll be that good. You don't get to just come in here overnight and then be like, we're all gonna make it TikTok. If everyone can do it in 5 seconds, it's meaningless. It's meaningless. If you are doing the same thing as every person around you, stop. Stop right now. Because what you're doing is meaningless. This is a part of innovation. It's about looking to the future and doing something that other people are not doing. Something that we have not seen before. If you're literally, the other thing I think we should really give some space and time to is this idea of walking in someone else's shoes. Like, people have their shoes and they are able to walk in their shoes and they've been through what they've been through. You don't know because you didn't walk in those shoes. All you know are stories and shit that you've heard from other people. Like, I feel like Gabrielle Union was the first black woman who actually talked to us and said, like, how awful it was. How awful was it for Gabrielle being in LA? She literally sat under her fucking bed every night and cried. For 7 years. Well, no one gave a shit. Like, y'all are just so fucking awful. And now that it just, to me, it's just nuts how everyone is expecting people to care now. Where were those fucking tears when we needed them? That's a question that I have. Like, if you're new to this channel, it's not like, don't cry for me, right? Like, when I cried for you guys, like, I cried because I already processed the sadness. Like, when I'm processing sadness, it doesn't look like tears. The tears come after when you remember the sorrow. That's when it's genuine. What you guys have seen is a whole bunch of phony bitches who just act out their tears. You know what's really sad? Watching your parent get shot in front of you. Watch a tear come out when that happens. You want to know what's really sad? Watch a baby get thrown in front of a bus and see if that makes you cry. Or what? Well, I don't know. Why don't you watch a black man hang right from a tree? See if that shit makes you cry. I feel like this country is ready for some real tears. I'm ready for some like real brutal, just like heinous crimes. I'm ready for that. I am ready to make songs about that. I told you guys, I'm on the other side of the feelings wheel. I like dark, gritty, evil. That is what I live for. I love it. I love it. It's like blood flowing through my veins. Okay? And I really don't care what you think. Have your feelings. Feel your feelings. If you have feelings, you can journal them out for yourself. But I do feel like more people should go have some fucking experiences, but stop doing what the others are doing. You can't be them. Everyone's not going to be Blackpink. Everyone's not going to be Beyonce. Everyone's not going to be Sweetie. You can be you, though. You could live a whole life just working at Starbucks. A whole life. 100 years having a fucking job at Starbucks. Whole life. People have done it. You could too. You could be something else. You could be a doctor. You could be a lawyer, a social worker, a singer, a storyteller, an educator. You could work at the Apple store. You could do fucking anything. Whatever you want to do. The world is actually your oyster. Seriously. People don't believe it, and then they see the shit for themselves. This is why I didn't start making content until now. I didn't want to make content like the other Beckys, right? It was too white. It was too whitewashed. Everywhere I looked, there was only white people. That's why we had to make that fucking film. I made a whole video, how to survive at PWIs. Those are survival tactics. It feels like death being around all of them. It feels worse than death. The Beckys are awful. That's why I feel bad for Kendall. Like, because unfortunately, honey, you're on your own. And those bitches are brutal. And I've been watching it for a while. The only reason I got through was because of the diversity token. They felt bad because I was the only black one there. Little did they know who the fuck I was. And if it would be too much to be me and be privileged and be in this... Like, you can't have all the things. There has to be something wrong. Oh, she's a retard. Oh, she's mentally... Like, there has to be something that's like demonstrating to them, oh, she's working, she's actively working on this. You gotta have some story. Right? Like, craft the narrative. Like, that's another thing I feel like I learned, which was a good survival tactic. This is called, like, self-actualization. So, like, if you are struggling, let's say, with, how do I say? Like, well, I've already said this. Like, everyone is technically struggling with mental health because society is awful. Like, society is not good. If you think that society is good, you have to, like, a school was shot up. And it wasn't just one, it's like a lot of them. Like, every day, people are dying homeless on the street. People are poor, they're sick. Like, this is not a good society. It could get better, but right now it's not. So if you are literally in a position where you're looking out and you're like, everything's fine, wake the fuck up. Like, you are not living in reality, and you are actually a part of the problem. A big part of the problem. It's you. You. Like, look around. Look fucking around. And, you know, I feel like one strategy for survival into the future has been announcing, how do you say, like, show your work. As in, like, I publicly announce that I'm working on something. I'll say, like, I am trying to do this. And then I will try every day and kind of, like, get a little further, right? Like, I'm telling you guys about a project that I'm working on, so I gave you titles, some lyrics, right? One completed song. It's not everything, but it's a little, right? So it shows that I'm trying. Now, I could easily produce an entire album in like 1 hour, but the reason that I'm not doing that is because it wouldn't be good, right? Good things take time. They just do. That's just the way of the world. That's just how it is. But I will say that perfection a lot of times stands in the way of progress. You might be striving so hard to try to make something so good that you miss out on, like, the shit that's here right now, right? And I think that that's one thing that a lot of people here have missed. Most Africans are striving for perfection, like tens, right across the board. Because, well, the ones who lived are rich. That's not another thing. Every black YouTuber that y'all are seeing right now, y'all don't understand how comparatively rich they are. Like, they have shit. All their parents are like doctors and lawyers, and they're just living at home, trying to see, like, what the popular thing is to, like, make YouTube videos. That's why I just keep telling them what to do. I'm like, post this on this day, post this. That's how now it's not just American society that's moving forward. It's global, and it won't ever stop. That doesn't mean that you can't also move forward. Like, you can. Like, moving forward is a thing that you can do, that I can do. We can all move forward. Moving forward is a thing. Well, okay. So there's a lot of other stuff that I want to say today, but I want to... There's a couple things I want to do. I want to get some hair conditioner. I also want to, oh man. I'm trying to exercise a bit more to lose like a little bit more weight. Like, I'm not happy with my weight right now, so that's a thing. Even I did eat the biscuit, but I didn't eat the whole thing. Like I still have got like half of it. Too. Anyway.